This video is not financial advice. This video is meant for entertainment purposes only. Please invest your own money at your own risk. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence and research. This is only my opinion. It's not financial advice. What is up, everyone? This is Safe Investor AG, H-bar warrior. And today I want to explain to you my thesis on how hedge funds might buy crypto with your money. Should you buy? I will give you the evidence. You decide on your own. I will share my opinion. So I want to show you two quick clips from two videos, and I'll leave the link of these two videos down below. The first one's going to be from Kevin OLeary, and then I'll show you the larger clip. Not all of it. Now, starting there.
Crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin, all of this innovation will be the 12th sector of the S&P. Now, why do I say that? Because Bitcoin is not a coin, it's software. Ethereum is software. Avalanche is software. Helium is software.
So, Bitcoin, he's predicting within the next 10 years will be the 12th sector of the market. Currently in the stock market, there's 11 sectors. Okay. You can read them all. There's a list of all of them. But there's information technology, financials, healthcare, consumer discretionaries, consumer staples, communication services, industrials. So crypto, he's predicting, will be the 12th sector. That is huge. Huge, like immense. So in my previous video, I predicted, I'm predicting that all the other markets all around the world in different continents have matured, cannot keep going up, cannot keep pushing up. S&P 500 is highly leveraged. So yeah, so you can look at the Euro market, same. Now the next video, the next clip I'm going to show you, it's going to explain how it'll become the 12th sector.
Most of them have been doing business with the same investment company for 40 years. So you're talking about a publicly traded company, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. They've got relationships since they were founded, and they could buy $1 billion of Bitcoin in a minute, no money down, on a phone call. And no one would say a second thought if it comes through a spot ETF.
No one would say a second thought if it comes through a spot ETF when it comes to buying crypto, Bitcoin.
But if they were to say, I want to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, the commodity, they would need to have 16 board meetings, 100 lawyers and accountants review it. They would have to go through all sorts of contortions, 1,000 pages of operating procedures. There would be endless debate, and they would have to come up with $1 billion of cash. So the difference between Bitcoin and the spot ETF is profound for the institution.
So I've already explained to you guys and presented to you all BlackRock. They have applied and filed for a Bitcoin spot ETF, and it'll be huge, and it will be through Coinbase. It's happening, guys. It's happening. So BlackRock, it's now. The two people that just spoke right now, Michael Saylor. He's 58 years old. His net worth is 1.3 billion. He knows what he's talking about. I trust what he's saying. All this crypto talk for the past couple of years, it sounds boring, and has been boring because nothing has changed. That's precisely why it's about to skyrocket. And that's what's going to give the markets, the stock markets, globally, the boost to break the ATH, the all-time high that they're all at. And yes, even the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. How? By becoming the 12th sector. So Michael Saylor. Now, if we look up Kevin OLeary, it says he's $483 million net worth. Even though I do not believe it, because his first software company, he sold it for almost $1 billion. Now, who is he? Well, Kevin OLeary. Honestly, the best answer I can give you is Wikipedia. So Kevin OLeary, just so y'all know, he's a businessman, investor, journalist, and television personality. He's from Shark Tank, by the way. He appeared on various Canadian television shows. These include the business news programming Squeeze Play. So Kevin OLeary co-founded SoftKey Software Products, a technology company that sold software geared toward family education and entertainment. So he knows his software and he sees the value of crypto and he's anticipating it to become the next sector. Now, we're gonna finish watching this video because I think this video is the one that gives the most information that we need to know on my thesis on how I think that the hedge funds will use people's money to buy crypto, make bank, and the returns will be 10-12% towards the people while they'll keep the rest. Let's continue watching it.
Welcome back to Library of Wealth. Today we have Michael Saylor discussing the upcoming price action and optimism for a significant bull run in the Bitcoin market very soon. Saylor's optimism is grounded in the upcoming halving event in April and the upcoming approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF by the US Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC is presently evaluating various applications, with its main proponent being BlackRock. With BlackRock's substantial influence, there is growing confidence that at least one spot Bitcoin ETF will receive approval in the very near future. This would be a monumental achievement for the Bitcoin community, something many have anticipated for over a decade. Securing approval would be transformative for the cryptocurrency world. It would pave the way for substantial institutional investment, attracting sovereign wealth funds, major corporations, and even governments. Saylor believes this will open the door for massive companies to hold cryptocurrencies on their balance sheets. Let's get right into the latest interview with Michael Saylor as he discusses how Bitcoin...
If you want to learn how to edit really well from professional Hollywood editors, we're going to show you the stuff that nobody else is teaching.
Bitcoin is a game changer in 2023 and what changes we can expect in crypto very soon. Don't forget to share your thoughts and comments down below and leave a like if you enjoy the content we do here.
Approval or endorsement of a regulated crypto exchange by the SEC, if they recognize an exchange or certify or endorse one, that'll be a fourth big milestone. Any kind of other guidance, constructive guidance issued by the regulators out of DC would be a fifth big milestone. So I think those are all the major milestones we can look forward to.
What are your thoughts on the macro picture and its impact on Bitcoin?
I think that the most important place to start is to recognize that every conventional economic metric that is talked about in mainstream media or in mainstream political conversations is a man-made, fabricated metric. It's just a synthesized metric that is created, named, and defined and measured by an interested organization that has a vested interest in creating a certain effect. All the labor statistics, all the monetary statistics, all the inflation statistics, all of these things, the definition, like, will we have a soft landing? Well, of course we'll have a soft landing because it's politically advantageous to have a soft landing. So how do you create a soft landing? You simply define a measure of the economy that you know will land softly, and then you go and you track that and you report that. And there are parts of the economy that had a hard landing, but we simply don't report that. I guess what I'm trying to say here is there's a lot of conventional debate in the macroeconomic sphere about conventional synthesized metrics, and the GDP results don't track the economy. The inflation results don't track the price of stuff. the rate of change, sector to sector doesn't necessarily track what you think it tracks, because the people that create the metrics have too much flexibility with regard to what they choose to measure and how they choose to measure it. There's an old saying in the propaganda business, you can't tell people what to think, but we can tell them what to think about. They don't address the elephant in the room, like the fact that, well, 40% of the people aren't working. Should they be? Not is the unemployment rate moved from 3.1 to 3.2 or from 3.1 to 3.0. That's irrelevant. So, yeah, I think that we will always manage these things so as to kick the can down the road and avoid acknowledging anything that's terribly disturbing in the near-term time frame.
What is your advice to that average family who doesn't have savings and lives paycheck to paycheck?
Well, my number one advice is just dollar cost average into Bitcoin. And if you have money that...
Dang. His advice is to dollar cost average into Bitcoin if you have money
you don't need for the next 4 years. That money you sweep into a Bitcoin investment. Bitcoin's the apex property, and then you let time work for you. The longer amount of time you have, then the better off you'll be. I generally think, Bitcoin is the apex property. The conventional mediocre properties are either high quality real estate or high quality stocks, the S&P index. If you wanted any other idea, like today, I would hold extremely highly desirable real estate that everybody's going to want, or unregulated monopolies that are big tech, unregulated digital monopolies. But both of those are inferior to Bitcoin by a lot. So if you want a diversification, you hold unregulated digital monopolies and you hold extremely luxurious, desirable, prestigious real estate. And everything else is probably going to be a loser. Holding cash, holding bonds, holding any other run-of-the-mill stock or whatever. It's just the world is too risky. And in terms of how you accumulate wealth, you have to work pretty hard at something, whatever it is. You have to be good as a doctor or a dentist or IT professional or whatever. You have to do something to generate cash flow. And then you look to acquire the apex property using your cash flows or using equity or using debt, intelligent debt.
Saylor challenges the conventional macroeconomic metrics, asserting that these metrics are often manipulated to paint a specific narrative, like labor statistics and inflation figures, which are selectively measured to create desired effects rather than reflecting the true state of the economy. In this context, Bitcoin emerges as an alternative, detached from the manipulations of the conventional economic sphere. Saylor also highlights that established corporations like Apple, Amazon, and Google will use their established relationships acquired over decades to swiftly acquire substantial amounts of Bitcoin through a spot ETF, bypassing the cumbersome processes involved in procuring the actual commodity. This disparity underscores the transformative power of cryptocurrencies in traditional financial institutions. Michael Saylor underscores the importance of embracing digital currencies as the economic landscape is changing rapidly, and urges investors to leverage Bitcoin's potential to secure a more prosperous financial future. What do you think about the latest interview with Michael Saylor? And how do you think Bitcoin's trajectory in the coming months will impact the crypto market and the world of investing? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like.
What do you guys think? On my previous video, I shared with you guys that the stock market will roll over to crypto market. Not completely, but partial, a portion. The hedge funds already have your money, our money. What are they going to do with it? Well, I'm being straightforward. This is just my opinion. They're going to use our money to buy crypto, which in return will keep pushing the markets up and higher. Oops. Which means in order to officially, get that spot ETF going, it needs to be an actual sector, and that's how it'll become the 12th sector of the market. So now legally, now hedge funds can start accumulating Bitcoin with people's 401ks and IRAs, and it'll start getting involved, and it'll be part of people's portfolio, and it'll just start skyrocketing. So I'd rather buy this myself. I'm buying specific cryptos that I know it'll explode exponentially. If Bitcoin does a 5x, some will do 20x. What I am buying will do a 50x or plus or even more. So do your own due diligence and research. What do you guys think? Do you think Kevin is correct within the next 10 years? Do you think that crypto will become the 12th sector? Do you think what Michael Saylor is saying is correct, that the spot ETF, the BlackRock, will be utilized by the big corporations so they can load up on it with the strike of a button? Comment down below. This is Safe Investor AG, HBAR Simp, Saucy Warrior. You'll have a good day. Stay saucy.